Welcome to the Ultimate Killjoy guide on Lotus. Today I'm going to be going over setups for every site, multiple post plant lineups for every bomb site, and how to use your ult for attacking and retaking sites. First thing you want to do is you want to come over to this corner right here and put your turret here. The benefit of this turret is it'll also watch this corner for you. If they go A and break this and try to sneak through, you have info of them going that way. Alright, next thing you want to do is put your alarm bot on the corner right here. First swarm is on this ledge right here, and your second swarm is you line up with this wall. Doesn't have to be perfect, guys. You don't need to spend an hour lining this up, okay? And what you want to do is you wait for the barrier drop, and the second the barrier drop, you aim your crosshair anywhere in this region right here, and you give that a right click, and it'll land on this little lip right here. So what this will look like is the enemies will come in, pop, 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 alarm bot hits. You pop the swarm, they're gonna back up. Pop first swarm, pop second swarm, and then they just start backing up and they get choked up by your turret, and it'll do a lot of damage and catch people off guard. Here are the C-site setups. First one right here. Come over here and you throw your swarm on this little ledge. And sometimes these ledges are bogus, so it might take a few throws. Then you put your alarm bot, you back your alarm bot up about right here. So when they come in, they get hit by the alarm bot, and you pair your turret up here on the box, okay? So that'll help watch all these different routes and them coming in. So they come in, alarm bot, turret, pop, 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 pop both of these swarms, and you're getting absolutely toasted running into the site. Does a lot of damage. And something I also like to do with this same turret and an alarm bot is you put the first swarm here, and then you put the second swarm here. So then when the enemies run in and they try to go into the right side, they also get absolutely melted while running into the right side. So that's like two little variations to that setup for the doorway. Now something really fun I like to do as well is you throw one swarm at the top of the site like this, and you come over here, and this swarm might take you a few tries to throw. You jump and you throw it on this lip right here, and you pair this alarm bot like up here in the middle like this. So this will look like is the enemies will run up, this alarm bot will go off, and they'll either try to run into the site or they'll try to run back. And if they run back, they go into that swarm. If they run into the site, they come into this one. Killjoy setups for the A site. First thing you want to do is you want to aim your crosshair right here on this little ledge, give that a throw. You want to put your alarm bot about right here in the doorway like so, just so it doesn't go past that spot. You put your turret anywhere here. Just make sure it's not like under the rope, because under the rope a smoke will hang down and it might block your turret off. And you want to throw your second swarm here on this ledge, and these ledges are really bogus sometimes. There we go. So you run in just like so, alarm bot goes, turret goes, you get stuck, you can't move, pop both of these swarms, you're backing up, you're taking a bunch of damage. It works really well. And if you want to mix it up a little bit, you can throw the swarm right here on this ledge. These ledges are really annoying sometimes. There we go. And you got to remember the barriers about on this box. You can actually get this swarm down here. The only issue is they might catch onto this swarm here while they're like moving up and clearing these angles. They might break it. You can combo the same setup with that swarm instead, because what it does is it damages more out into the open. So this swarm does have more cover ground and it'll do more damage. So a lot of people run into this site and they do one of two things. They either run in here and plant, or they run into here and plant the bomb, because this is like the most cover, right? So what I like to do is I'll throw one swarm on the edge here, and then I'll throw one swarm on the other edge right here with an alarm bot in the middle, and you can put your turret anywhere you want with this one. So what this will look like when you either one, you hear them plant, or two, the alarm bot goes off, you pop these swarms, because now if they're planting here or here, it'll get them off the bomb. And if they're inside the site with the alarm bot, they're gonna get they're gone. Before we get into the post plant lineups for all the different sites, I do want to say, make sure you guys subscribe if you guys like this kind of content, and please check out my other videos like fun mini games where I play tag, last to survive wins $100. Make sure to check out my other videos. And I want to make mention that I stream ranked games every single day on Twitch, so if you want to watch me come play Killjoy and use all these lineups and setups in a game, check me out at twitch.tv/CaMbCaMb. Let's get into the lineups for the A site post plant. First swarm is right here. You back yourself against this wall, okay? You leave a little bit of a gap, not a small one, it'll miss. You leave a little bit of a gap like this, aim your crosshair on this box right here, give this a throw, it'll bounce off the back wall a little bit, and it'll land on top of this box. So you can do that, and you plant in this corner or this corner, and this molly will do them good. And it's really hard to break this, so if they hear that land, it's not like it's landing under their feet, they just shoot it right when it lands. It's gonna be harder because they literally can't like shoot that swarm when it lands, so it's really clean. So what you want to do is this: you line up the top of your alarm bot, the question mark and the exclamation mark on this leaf right here, and give this a throw, because since these lineups take a little bit long to land, you want to pop the first swarm, wait a second or two, then throw this one, and it lands on top of the box as well. I have 3 different lineups for post plant on the B site. Let's check them out. This one is the furthest away, so oftentimes you're gonna want to have one swarm in the site or throw this swarm early. This one has a long travel time. You line up your crosshair right here, okay, and you pull out your swarm and you use the Killjoy alt and you put it underneath this branch right here and you stick it up a little bit. The half a second after you jump, you get this one throw just like this.
Placing swarm
And you can watch this bad boy travel. This one is made for the plant that is in this corner right here, and this swarm is the closest one I can get out of throwing 1,000 swarms to this lineup. And so it'll stop the person from defusing the bomb in this corner, but make sure you plant it tucked in this corner. If you plant it here a little bit, they'll be able to defuse around the corner and it won't work. For the default plant spot on the B site, you come into this corner right here. You aim your alarm bot in the middle of this archway right here, and the second you jump, you throw this one.
Placing swarm grenade.
This one has a long travel time as well. You can see where this bad boy lands perfectly on default, and boom. And let's say you're playing post plant from over on this side. I have an extra lineup for you. You're playing post plant, you're in this room, you have control of this room, your new teammate got this locked down, you've cleared all of this area. So what you do is you come up, you line up with this. It doesn't need to be close to perfect at all. Just make sure you're next to this blue thing against the wall. You aim your crosshair right here on this green plant. You give that throw, it bounces off the green little vine, and it'll land down here. So that's a little bit of a bonus if you need to throw something kind of quickly and catch the enemies off guard with that one. We got C post plant lineups. Now this one is interesting because it took me a while to find a lineup for this one, so I had to go to Twitter to ask people for help. So I talked to a couple different people, Fatal Glitch, Root, and some different people who are part of my community to help me find some lineups, and this is kind of what we came up with. So what you want to do is you want to line yourself up in this corner right here, just against this little crack, okay? And you want to pull out your swarm, and you want to see this little right click throw diamond right here where my mouse is. You want to aim that at the bottom of this leaf, just like this. And this is a jump throw. The second you jump, you throw. And this one goes sky high over this mountain, has a huge travel time, but it will land. And when it does, it covers all the different plant spots on the B site, wherever you are on the C site. So wherever you plant, if you plant in this corner, it'll still do damage to you. Just make sure when you're planting here, you plant in this corner, because if you stick the spike out here, then they'll be able to diffuse it from here and that swarm won't work. So you got to make sure it's planted deep into that corner. Now this lineup right here has been made by Fatal Glitch. So what you do is you come into this corner right here behind the mound. You aim your crosshair right here on top of this sand speck, okay? Then what you want to do is you want to pull your swarm out and stay crouched. And now you use your knife and you line it up, not with the edge of the box, but the edge of the wall, just like this. See the knife? You give that a throw. Now this one is very specific and will mess up if your crosshairs or your knife little lineup is a little bit off. So the nice thing about this lineup is it lands considerably faster than the other one, but it puts you at a lot more risk in being open to this angle.
Here.
And just like the last one, it does in fact cover this corner. Just got to make sure it's planted here so don't, you know, stick it around this corner. How to use your Killjoy ult to attack and get the bomb sites for free. So now look at the mini map. So if you put your ult down right here, it's not going to cover all of C. So you have your teammate help you, use some utility, cross to this corner, and you can plant your ult down.
My ultimate is ready.
And this will guarantee you the entire bomb site besides this corner right here. But if someone's stupid enough to stand here and your teammates are running in and swinging this and taking these fights, this is a free kill for the person who's standing in this corner. You want to attack the B site with your Killjoy ult. So a lot of the times people will fight you in this corner, and the defenders can cross into this corner before you can see them, so you do have to be careful. But once you use some utility, you can get across right here and you can plant your Killjoy right here, and this will cover all of the B site. They'll have to be all the way out of here. They can't peek any of these angles. They'll be all the way forced back enough for you to get the bomb, plant, get out, play your lineups. You heard? Now in terms of using your Killjoy ult for the A bomb site, this one is going to be a little bit harder. Because if you get all the way up here, you take all these fights, you get up here and you play your ult here, now they're going to break this and be fighting you from here, swinging you from here to break this ult. And it still doesn't cover all these angles up here. They can play backside or they can play rafters and just take these fights on you, right? So you have to be careful of that. So something you can do is fight your way into tree like this with your team, right? Get your ult in here and you can plant it on the right side, like over to the right. Because if you look at the minimap, to make sure it covers that back area. Put your ult down here, and that way they won't be able to stand back here, and they won't be able to fight you from any of these upper angles. So you have to fight a lot more for the control for this one, for this ult to actually cover the site and for you to get your plant down. So I highly suggest that you take the ult to the other site, or you're gonna have a little bit of harder of a time fighting for here, but you can do it. Retake ults for the C site with Killjoy. All right, so you think, okay, well, you come up here, put your Killjoy ult down, boom, look at that. It'll work. But if they plant the bomb here, you're going to be shot at. You're not going to be able to do anything. You know what I'm saying? They'll be able to fight you while you're trying to defuse and whatnot. But if they plant here, you're pretty gold. So I prefer this one because it covers a lot more space, but you'll have to use your teammates to help you cross. Or you can do some shenanigans like this, crossover, plant your ult down here. This covers a lot more area. It forces them so far back that by the time you start tapping the bomb, they literally can't even get up here and like try to fight you. So it's really strong. The only thing you have to worry about is this angle up here, but 9 times out of 10, half your teammates are going to be splitting from up here and down there. So this area will be covered. All the enemies will run into here and take fights on your team. And obviously, if you flank for whatever reason, you could still use the attacking ult for all of these. Now for the B site, you can ult from one of 3 locations if you want. Realistically, so first spot can be right here. Forces the enemies all the way back, which is super good. Forces them all the way back here, and they can't stand in this room at all. It's really good. You can get in, defuse the bomb, and cause an issue. They can play in this room a little bit though. Okay, next spot for your ult. I would not try to go to this corner, but if you have the opportunity to cross right here, boom, it covers all this area, forces these players further back, and it forces these players about the same distance back, but it leaves a hole right here, so you have to be aware of that. And if you can't get across to this corner, you can always plant your ult right here instead. It'll do a good job of covering the site, just not as good as the one that was in that corner. Okay, and if you guys are retaking from A, you're playing A with your setup and you want to retake from this side, you get control of this room, and you can of course ult from here, right? You can see on the minimap where this covers, it forces everyone back to B main or by this door. So most of the people are all going to be sitting here, and if you have an extra swarm, you can always jiggle peek and throw a swarm in here, and it'll toast the players that are sitting in there and fight and work up with your teammates. Hey, help me get to here, help me get to here. And your teammates, you fight up and you get your ult down right here, because look how far this forces them back. They are going to fight you for this. They are going to fight you for this one, because look how far back they have to go. They can't push up on A. It's all covered. So this is the god spot for retaking the A site. I just wanted to say thank you guys for watching this video, and like I said guys, Lotus is a new map. There will be more setups coming eventually, more lineups coming eventually, but these are the things that I found for now, since the map's only been out for like 3 to 4 days in unrated. Thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe. Please check me out on Twitch, twitch.tv/CaMbCaMb. Have a phenomenal day.